Welcome back, dudes. Doomwaves here. Package video. We got a little bit of the package. The package. The package of Chad Bailey. I like Chad Bailey's package. It was very good. But it did not have his name on it when it got here, so I was a little confused. I forget the name that was actually on it. But it was not Chad Bailey's. But it did come from the city where he was from. And then when I opened the box, I could see right away that it was, in fact, Chad's. It was it's a mystery package at first. We did kind of a trade of sorts. It didn't really start out as a trade necessarily, but Chad has sent me a lot of cool stuff in the past. Sent me / given me cool stuff in the past, and I felt it only necessary that when I was purging some things out of my collection, that I gave him first dibs on a lot of things, and I think I ended up sending him some stuff that he really enjoyed. One of his more recent uploads have been about the contents of a package that I sent him. Yeah, so I think he enjoyed most of these things, and I'm very glad. Chad is a really good friend of mine, a real friend, not just a internet acquaintance that I talk to back and forth, a little bit here and there. Chad is actually one of my good friends now, I like to think, and looking forward to hanging out with him some more in the future, and yeah, all that good stuff, because we're really not that far away from each other. So anyway, this was a package full of goodwill from him. Not goodwill as in like where he found this stuff, but just stuff that he was not looking for money on any of this stuff, and I would have paid for this stuff because some of it is just fantastic, and admittedly a couple of just kind of filler things that I wanted to try out just because he had duplicates, and I'm all about trying new things, trying new games. So start out here with a couple Xbox games, original Xbox games. I'm not sure, I don't know too much about this series, but it is one I've been kind of interested in, and I don't know. As I get a little older and I appreciate things a little bit more, I do want to go back and try some of these more stealthy type games. So Chad did have a couple of Splinter Cell games, both Chaos Theory and Pandora Tomorrow on the original Xbox, and yeah, looking forward to trying those at some point. Who knows when that'll actually happen? But now that I have them, it doesn't matter when it'll happen because they'll sit on the shelf until I'm darn good and ready. Also, sent some NES games, one of which was a replacement of a game that I used to have, and I just got rid of it when I was a little bit hard up for money because it was an easy sell. That is Super Mario Brothers 2. I did sell a duplicate of 3, and then I sold my 2, and then I think I had a duplicate of 1 because I think the person I sold them to bought all 3 of them. But now I don't even have a copy of 1 anymore because I gave it back to my dad, his original one. So I'm still looking for a copy of Super Mario Brothers 1, but I would really like to get like the black box one, I guess it would be called, where it's just Super Mario Brothers and not Duck Hunt also, even though, represent Duck Hunt. It'd be nice to get a Duck Hunt too, like individually, just because I like the kind of look of those better. That's not just a preference, just a collection preference. Not that I'm above a Duck Hunt, Mario Duck Hunt cartridge. Just, I don't know, the way that I want to replace Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt in my collection is individually. Next game was one that I think looks interesting, and he had a duplicate of it, so I said, what the heck? Kung Fu on the NES. Really super common game, clearly $1.88. No one is, out to get Kung Fu, and that's okay. But I did want to try it, and Chad had an extra. So there we have Kung Fu. Makes me want to go watch some Kung Fu. David Carradine, Kung Fu, the show. That's where it's at. And this one was extremely generous. I don't know what this game goes for necessarily. I don't know if it's expensive or not. I know it's more expensive than the first game, but that's not saying much. He asked me if I would like this game, and I said, yeah. So he sent me Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game. This was really dope to get. Love the Turtles arcade game, and I used to play it at bowling alley. It's a semi-local bowling alley that did have this game for a short time, and I remember putting lots of quarters into that. And I always wanted to get this on the NES, but could never afford it, of course, as a kid. And of course, in my opinion, this game is a lot better than the original TMNT on the NES. And I don't think there'll be a lot of people that would disagree with me. Probably not. But moving on, just a few more games here. Not that, as if that wasn't enough. Turtles 2 was like, cool thing to get. But these last several things are just extremely, extremely awesome. First of which here, again, was kind of a whim. I said, yeah, what the heck. He had a duplicate disc-only copy of Resident Evil 4. Actually, I don't even know if this was a duplicate as much as I just don't think he collects PS2 games. So he had this and didn't want it. So now I have a PlayStation 2 Resident Evil 4. Never been the biggest Resident Evil guy. Can't stand the tank controls, but I understand that 4 is a little bit of a departure from the original series. So maybe I can get into it. Possibly. I don't know. We'll see. Got a copy now. I can give it a shot. Resident Evil 4 on PlayStation 2. Disc only. Yay. Last three are of epic nature. Very, very epic nature. And here's what I mean when I say that Chad Bailey is a generous dude. Sorry, I have a really stuffy nose and it's bothering me. Chad Bailey is an extremely generous dude and a very good friend. He hooked me up with a copy of Super Mario Brothers Land 2 on the Game Boy. A little bit of cart damage, but a little bit of cart damage. That's alright, because I can stick this in the Retron and or Game Boy, and it will play just fine. And I can enjoy me some Super Mario Land 2. Yeah! Last two, both in the same series. And Chad has already given me one game in this series. If you've been following along the channel, you might be able to guess what it is. When I say it's not a rare series, it is a very, very common series. Extremely common. They're everywhere. And there's a bazillion games. And they're everywhere. Gotta get them all. Right, is it ringing any bells yet? Pokemon is what it is. And Chad gave me 2 more Pokemon games. Gosh, these things hold their value. If nothing else, they hold their value. And yeah, they're very sought after games, but they're not rare at all. But their price would have you believe that they were, or something, because they're still all like $30 pop, or more. I guess dogs are going outside. Don't know why. But anyway, first of which here is a cart-only copy of Pokemon Ruby for the Game Boy Advance. Very cool. I still have not tried this generation of games yet, but now I have all of the Game Boy Advance games. I have Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald now. Still haven't played them. And I have Omega Ruby for the 3DS, which I also still have not booted up just yet. I really should hurry up and play Omega Ruby while there's still like people online doing like trading and stuff. I don't know. I'm just kind of dragging my feet. I won't say that I got burned out of the Pokemon series. That's not true because it's still very much a fan and very much into it. But I did play an awful lot of them back to back, and I got just the least bit tired of the series for a bit there, and still currently I'm not thinking that this is something that I want to start up right away. Uh, I played so many of them back to back last year, so many of them, and this year. Gosh, I uh, played Heart Gold, Red, X, Platinum, and Silver, all within the last year. That that's a lot of Pokemon games. Speaking of Heart Gold, we have a complete copy of Pokemon Heart Gold. Uh, this is my favorite game in the series, Pokemon Heart Gold. Now, the reason I say that is because Pokemon Gold was my original version of Gen 2 that I played the crap out of it, loved it. Gen 2 is absolutely my favorite generation, and I loved it so good. And then when these remakes came out, Heart Gold and Soul Silver, I bought them both. I bought them both, and stupidly sold them both because I'm dumb like that. And I borrowed Haas's copy of Heart Gold last year and played it and loved it, and it is every bit as good as the original, but better because it's the graphics improved, the controls improved, everything improved from the original version, plus all of the added content that came with the new generation. And it is just, as far as Pokemon games go, for my money, and from like my generation of Pokemon players that came in on the ground floor, that played Red and Blue and Yellow when they were brand new, and then played Gold and Silver when they were brand new. This is where it's at. It's the perfect amount of nostalgia. Uh, it stays true to the original and just adds so much to the game. And this is absolutely my favorite Pokemon game. So I don't even know if Chad knows that. So for this game to be in my collection again and belong to me, not just the one over on our shelf that belongs to Haas, because that's his, but for Chad Bailey to get this game, find a copy of this game and give it to me, and ask for absolutely nothing in return. It speaks volumes for his character, and it also just means so much to me. So, Chad, thank you very much for providing me with a copy of my favorite Pokemon game, just for free. Basically, I don't want to put price on it by free, but I mean, just gifting me this is means more than you know. All right, that's that's it for the video. Really, I just wanted to show off the immense generosity of Chad, and nobody in my sub box here should be a stranger to Chad Bailey, because that's his YouTube handle, is his name, Chad Bailey, and he's just a really great person, and yeah, he's a very genuine dude, and he makes lots of pickup videos. He needs to make some more kinds of videos because he just should make more videos, Chad. Make more videos. All right. Then we'll go watch The Walking Dead now. Thanks for watching. New May's out.